Marco Rubio has said that the idea of Venezuelan elections after Maduro's ouster is as of now premature. Rubio said that the focus should be on ensuring that the remaining Venezuelan leadership enacts policy changes first. He also stressed that the U.S. is ready to work with Venezuela's current leaders if they make the right decision. Rubio made it clear that U.S. pressure will remain on the country through a naval presence and oil export embargo. Rubio also defended U.S. military operation that led to Maduro's capture, calling it a law enforcement operation, not an invasion. He said the operation did not require congressional approval as it was a targeted arrest of Maduro and wife, who now face charges in the U.S. Hear that statement.
Elections? Well, look, this is a country that's been governed by this regime now for 14 or 15 years. The elections should have happened a long time ago. The elections did happen. They lost them, and they didn't count the votes, or they refused to count the votes, and everyone knows it. So all of that, I think, is premature at this point. There's a lot of work to be done here. Right now, what we are focused in, let's be realistic here, what we are focused on right now is all of the problems we had with when Maduro was there. We still have those problems in terms of them needing to be addressed. We are going to give people an opportunity to address those challenges and those problems. Until they address it, they will continue to face this oil quarantine. They will continue to face pressure from the United States. We will continue to target drug boats if they try to run towards the United States. We will continue to seize the boats that are sanctioned. I do know this, that if they don't make the right decisions, the United States will retain multiple levers of leverage to ensure that our interests are protected. Yeah. And that includes the oil quarantine that's in place, among other things. Well, but we are going to judge moving forward. We're going to judge everything by what they do. And
Shruti Das Gupta, who's an international affairs expert, now joins us in this discussion from New Delhi. Shruti, do you see the interim leadership of Venezuela to act as the U.S. now wants it to? Do you see it negotiating? Up until now, of course, the Supreme Court had appointed Rodriguez as the interim president. Opposition continues to be there, of course, to Maduro party within Venezuela as of now as well. Do you think going forward this is going to change?
Not superficially, at least. For the optics of it, it is going to look exactly like how it is looking. There is a person heading that particular government. Though the elections, since now there are not going to be one, as at least not a forced one, as said by Marco Rubio. So this person, the lady is going to, the deputy PM is now going to lead the nation. Deputy President is going to lead the nation, and she has already declared it as an illegal act by USA. And the defense minister has called it an act of war, an act of aggression, which they will repel at every cost, even if it is a cost of life. So the optics of it is going to look like they're going to push back. Now, how will they survive? They can't, because the oil embargo is already in place, which has with an already wrecked economy of Venezuela is going to be pushed until it is going to be on its knees. They're just about killing any fisher boat out there. Whether it contains narcotics or not, whether it has drug lords on it or not, whether it has political opponents or not, they don't care. They're just going to keep taking down boats. So they've encircled it. They have found a way to choke Venezuela economically as well as militarily. And therefore, eventually, whoever is at the helm of things is going to have to bow down and say, what do you want? Because that is exactly what Maduro was also saying in his pre-recorded message that was placed on 1st January. He said, what do you want? Let's sit down and talk. Despite all of that, they went ahead and did this entire shock or grab kind of an, operation, and illegally, through every norm of international law, they have illegally captured a head of state. Whether they recognize him as a head of state or not is a different question. Now, what is going to be forth from here? Of course, there is an opposition there that does not like the Maduro regime, that does not like the party of which now the deputy president is as the acting president of. There is no election. So what is going to happen? There's going to be internal strife. People are going to try and wrest power. There are going to be wheelers and dealers in the movers, shakers of the corridors of power. People are going to try the best pop forward deal. Even the current the current acting president is going to find a way to make sure that the nation is not completely annihilated, that they can find, you want the oil, fine, take it, at least let us breathe. At least don't take any more of our leaders. At least don't put a puppet government on top of our heads. So there is going to be a negotiation, whether it is done overtly where the world can see, or covertly under hushed chambers on phone calls, is something that is going to be understood by us later. But most likely there is going to be a complete dominance and control of USA over the politics of Venezuela as well as the policies of Venezuela.
Okay, Shruti, thanks for your comment. Do continue to stay on with me though. Some more information now trickling in, viewers. Donald Trump's claims over